Hello, this is Grandmaster Ted Gambardella, my son Teddy Gambardella. We're going to show you some basic jiu-jitsu techniques, and one thing we're going to show you is how to do takedowns from your knees. A lot of the schools that you go to, they start from your knees, so we want to make sure you understand how you can take them down from the knees. The same thing will work for taking them down from standing up too. So let's get started here. He's going to show us a basic snap down with the head, and he's going to go around the back and take control of the back and stuff.
All right. Okay. First thing you want to do is make sure your elbows are in tight. You know, this is jiu-jitsu. You don't want to do any big reaching. You don't want your elbows out like this, or they'll get their underhooks. You know, they'll reach underneath like this. You know, and then they'll just muscle you down. Okay, so keep your elbows in tight. Do yourself that favor. Keep your shoulders cocked up towards your ears. That way your neck is not so loose. When your neck is loose, they'll be able to snap you down. Okay? Stay loose here at the same time. Be able to be like liquid, be more comfortable here, and you know, kind of adapt to what's happening. Okay? Don't ever panic and reach out and put your neck somewhere that's confusing. Okay? So let me teach you a snap down. Okay, so we're both here on our knees. Alright, my elbows are in here tight. Alright? I don't want to just reach like this and try to snap the guy down. You know, if he knows any jiu-jitsu, there's 20 or 50 different moves he can do right here to just completely break my arm, alright? So keep your elbows in tight, just like I taught you, alright? Grab a hand, work your way up to that head, then get the head, snap it down like that. Okay, snap it down towards the middle, okay? Towards your far hip. If your right hand is on here, snap it down to that left hip, okay? Once he's down there, see my left hand goes behind his arm, and I'm right behind him, all right? It's that simple. So, take him out, fight hands a little bit, grab him, right hand, snap it down to the left hip, my hand's coming right here, and I'm shuffling behind him, okay? Now I got control of his back. So again, it's very simple. Step 1, elbows in tight, shoulders cocked. Step 2, fight his hand, all right? Step 3, work your way up here. Step 4, snap to your far hip. Right hand on his head, snap him to your left knee, your left hip. Snap him down. Next step, put your left hand behind his armpit that's closest to you, right here. While you're controlling his head, I'm not letting go, I'm just doing this. I'm keeping his head down. My hand, sit up for a second, is right behind his head right here. Like a seat on the back of his head. I'm pushing his head into the mat. I got my hand right here behind him, and then I'm spinning around behind. Okay? One more time. Fight hands. Step 1. Okay, if you want to do the other side, alright, you want your right arm to grab his, it's going to be right on right, alright? So as you're reaching across the body, pull his right arm across you, right? Grab your left hand on the back of his head, pull both to your opposite hip. That arm that was on the hand there, put it behind the armpit, and spin around behind. It's that simple. One last time. Opposite arm, opposite hand. Same hand on the back of the head. Boom. Behind the back. And switch. That's
So let me point out a couple things here. When he's doing that and stuff, 2 or 3 in slow motion on the right, he's throwing me down to the right side. When you see me going down, you see my hand, I'm slapping the mat. If I don't slap the mat and put my hand like that, you can dislocate my elbow and hurt my elbow. Some people don't know how to fall. It's called a break fall for a reason. I'm breaking my fall by slapping the mat. And by slapping the mat, if I don't slap the mat, he pulls me down. I'm going right on my face. He has a lot easier time beating me up, doesn't he? By slapping the mat, pulls me down this side. If I slap the mat, then I can come back and try to get on it. If I don't slap the mat, he pulls me down. Then I'm in big trouble.
And that just comes back to keeping your elbows in tight. If someone snaps you down, your elbows are here, you're naturally going to be right there to catch yourself and get back up in a good position.
All right. This is a slap down. If I'm pulling him here like this, he's going to counter it. do it to me. So if he's going to grab me here, I'm going to take his hand and he starts to put it here and push it over his head. So when someone grabs the back of my neck, whenever he don't want to push his hand over my head. So as soon as he puts that hand on my hand, I want to push it off my head. It's pretty easy to do it because I'm ducking my head, pushing that hand off. So if he grabs his hand, he takes the hand and pushes it right off. It's really actually easy to do. But so many people don't do it. They want to do this, and now they're doing like they're professional wrestlers and stuff. If he does that, remember the choke leader from there? Yeah. If I go here and I'm locked up here and he does this, oh, now he's got me in a great judo choke. I'm going to finish it. In a great jiu-jitsu choke. So here we locked up. Oh, look at a stupid mistake. Now this is a perfect choke, folks. He's got my hand in the air. He's behind me. He's figure forward. He's put his head there. And I'm unconscious right there. So real good technique that you can teach somebody. So I threw him out of the way. I'm right here like that. This is going to actually put him to sleep. Because he didn't know how to protect his head. He didn't know how to keep that out. Flip it out of the way. It's almost that simple. So when you're doing real wrestling and stuff, he's trying to fight with me. I want to get his hands off of me. He's trying to reach for me. I keep his hands off. I knock his hand away. So he wants to grab. So how they do it, you grab. So he grabs it. He's going to hold like this. I can take it here, and I can put him in an arm bar. So watch. He grabs hold of my wrist, this wrist, so you can see it. I'm going to take it over here, put him in an arm bar. I can take him right to the ground. And folks, this is a submission. This hurts. So I've actually taken him from his knees. He's put his hands on my thing. I've taken it and rolled him over. And that is a submission. This is straight. All right, he can't do anything about this. I can take it and bend it here. And I've got a reverse Kimura. But I've really just yanked it across. And you don't know how much you can do about it. So you try it. So he's taking it, yanking it across. From here. Yanks it across this way. Here. Yank. So here. Yank. Here. Good. Here. And yank. Okay. Now this is a technique that you can do in the street. This is a street knee technique. So I'm in here close like this. Boom. I can practice my Muay Thai knee. He's standing up. I go here. Boom. And I'm going to knee him. So I come here. Boom. And I'm going to knee him because we're learning jiu-jitsu, but we're also learning how to fight from our knees. So here, take him. Boom. Now, if you're a little more flexible, watch this. I can actually kick him. I can kick him. Boom. Just like that. So I can knee him. Go ahead and knee him. Boom. If they got big, strong knees, that's a it hurts. Okay? So now here's another technique from the bottom. A lot of them use, they grab hold and they're going to pull you in to a guard. Okay? So let's make that a technique. Oh, I can't move back anymore. Come on, please. So here he's coming in. I pushed him up. I sat here. I pull him into a guard. Okay? So now, after I have him in that guard, I always want to be able to finish it right away. So watch, I'm going to do it in slow motion to you. And you'll follow along. So here, he's reaching for my head. I come here, I pull him in the guard, and now I got him in a double. Got him in a double arm bar, and I already hurt him because it's so effective. You ready? Here. Now what I've done here to make this work is, look, I have his arms squeezed together with my legs. Because I have his arms squeezed together with my legs, they're basically already locked. Then all I have to do is turn his wrists over to their parallel. Put my hands on the top, and I can tap him right out. So I pulled him, but rather than going all the way into the guard, I pulled him and squeezed him right here. Now, actually, his escape from that is to pull his arms out. So what I'm doing is holding his arms here. I go over the top, bam, pop him right up. You try it. All right. Slow, back, squeeze your legs together. There, that's got him locked right there. Now you just pop it up and his vibration. Back up. So here. Pull me back. I got my arms locked. That's it. That actually is a submission right from the knees. So you should practice that about 5 different times. Now he's going to show you how to do the duck under. So he's reaching up to here. He's going to duck under. He's going to go run around. It's just like the end of a drop step. So when that guy puts his hand on you, he's going to duck under and go around me.
So to do a duck under, this guy's, you're going to catch him reaching. Everybody's reaching for hands. You're right here and you're fighting hands, and he's reaching for you. He reaches up, right? What I want to do, put my hand. He's got his hand on me. I take the opposite hand, put it on him, right here. I make a C with my hand. I come up under his elbow. I pop it up, and I'm staying tight, right here to his body. Now I'm behind him. Okay? So, we're fighting hands. He comes up. He reaches right here. Boom. Pop him. I drop down. I pop up. I down. So right here. Reach. Now I'm in the side control.
And my arm is up. So you get that finish. Right in there.
So his arm's right here. I still have that choke right here. I come to the opposite side and I finish him.
Run around the front.
Yeah.
So that's a drop step from here. Now I like to do, you can do a takedown like this.
Yeah. I
I can take him here, but I like to take him down this way and grab him around the head. So it's a real good thing to do against somebody who doesn't understand. Set him up by popping him here, pop him down, and just take my arm and smash it, boom, right into his head. And I have him in a guillotine. Then I'll just fall back, boom, and I have him in a pin. So this is a real nice snap down. He's going to be caught right in the guillotine. Go ahead, Ted, you do it. You snap him down, bam.
So I'm reaching in, my elbows are tight, I'm not reaching like this, that never works. So we're fighting hands, I snap him down right here to the inside of my legs. Right here, you can see my hand is right here, I'm putting pressure on the back of his head the entire time. I'm reaching through with my forearm and that bone right there is going into his neck. So I'm right here, come over, exaggerate it, right there. Grab my own wrist, and then lean back and arch.
Now, this is called in wrestling a cross face. I'm taking my hand, just smashing it across his face. Bam! Okay? So you want to really overemphasize that. Now, there's one more move. This is a karate and jiu-jitsu move, a Japanese jiu-jitsu move. He's standing up. I'm going to do a push-pull. So what I'm doing here is pushing and pulling. He literally is going to knock him in a circle. I hit here, and I pull here. So I'm going to take him and push, pull, boom. And I can take him right to his back. It's a really nice technique. You don't see it usually, a lot of people don't know. So here, I push, pull him this way. Look, I'm taking him right to his back and getting right in there. Standing rear naked choke if I wanted. So I went here, push, pull, boom. And it just takes them right off balance. Watch them do it to me. And believe me, because they're on their knees, you got it right in control, folks. It's push, pull. Here. Push, pull, and you choke him right out. So you choke him right out. Now one other thing here, if you take his hand, you can throw him to the side. I can throw him straight sideways here because he's got a balance point. If he's on his knees, if I draw a straight line between his knees, he has enough strength to stop me from throwing him completely sideways. As long as I'm throwing him on a 12 o'clock, or 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock on the clock, I can throw him right over. Right over. You tried to make, so put it right there. And he looks like he said, oh, he's tricking you. He is actually throwing you over because you have no balance. If you go, just think, imagine it's a clock. Draw a straight line between his knees. I go straight to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. I can throw him right over. So I hook his head. Boom. I throw him right over. Try it, Ted. Hooks his head. Then he's going to follow up and come right up and get me into a side control or guard or something. So here, bam. It throws him right over. So those are some basic takedown techniques using jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu and Japanese jiu-jitsu. So let's go over them again. He's going to summarize it for you. What was the first one?
Alright, so keep in mind your elbows are always tight and you're never reaching far, alright? The first one is a drop, is a
Snap down.
snap down. So you're right here, hand on the back of his head, grab his opposite arm, pull it to your left hip.
Right there.
Boom. Alright? Then as he's down, my hand come back up. Down, right there. Alright? This hand is right here. From behind you, right there. Alright, the other one, we have the push and the pull right here. Push and pull them. Alright, we have the normal snap down right here, where you snap them, boom, and get them in a guillotine right away. And then we have the duck under, right here. Pop this elbow up and come behind you.
And that's a choke too. And then we have the basic one that you've seen a lot. I drop here, and I squeeze his legs together with my elbows. This is actually lock him up, then I go here, and it'll break his arms right there. It's really that simple. Those are some great little things that you can do from your knees. And we're going to do them from you from standing up. A lot of schools don't do it from standing up for only one reason. You get hurt. Most people do not know how to fall. If you don't know how to fall, when you do stand-ups, from standing up, they can get hurt a lot easier, and they can get in a lot more trouble. So you want to be careful when you do stand-ups from standing up, or when you do takedowns from standing up. Anything you want to add? That's all we got.
It's time.
All right.